Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. We've got a great little feature for you today. We're going to create this little sticky call to action footer bar here, and it sits on the bottom of your browser window. When you roll down, it sticks back to the footer where it originates. Really easy to do. We just got to create a little custom footer for this today. So let's get started. I'm going to go to my dashboard, down to Divi, and down to Theme Builder, and I'll go up and I'll trash the global footer we've got there, and we'll start from scratch. Okay, so let's add our global footer. I'm going to build from scratch, and I'm going to put in a row with 3 columns. Now before I put anything in there, I'm going to give my section a background color, blue tab for a section, green for a row. I'm going to hit the little cog icon, I'm going to go down to background. I want it to be dark but not black, so I'm going to hit the little color palette there, and let's use this color. It's pretty close to black but not quite. Okay, next thing I want to do is make this row full width. So I'm going to hit the cog again. We're going to go to Design, Sizing, Width I'm going to pull up to 100%. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to paste it in the max width below, or you can just type it in if you prefer. We've now got a full width row. And I'll style this pretty quickly. I'm going to put my logo over here. I'll just use an image module for that. There's a logo that should work. Great. Just want to align it in the middle. And we'll go into our next section. And we'll put a little menu in there. We'll go down and grab the menu. Main menu is fine. I don't need a logo because we've got that on the left already. I want to take any background that we've got away, so I'm going to go down to background under the content tab, hit the little trash can, and let's make that text so we can read it. Menu text, active link will make white, and the text color itself will make white. Fantastic. And we'll just pop in a little copyright below that. I do want to align that to the center in a moment. So let's add a little text module for our copyright. Blue modules there, if anybody's interested, is the great Divi Supreme Modules add-on, which is a fantastic add-on for the Divi theme. Okay, well let's say copyright. And I'll use a copyright symbol here, which is an Alt code. So you hold down your Alt key and type 0169. They'll give you the copyright symbol. And we'll say 2021. Put a pipe in. If you don't know where a pipe in, it's just above your enter key, just to the right of the brackets there, and company name. Great. Okay, so we're good there. Let's just center align both of these. There's that one. I need to make this lighter in color so you can see it a little bit better too. There we go. And we'll do the same for our little menu just above here. Design, layout, center aligned. And I'm going to drag it down so it's a bit more in line with our logo there. So let's save this. You can go into the module itself and use the spacing, the padding right there. Something like that. And we'll drag the padding below and make these two a little closer together. Great. Okay, and over on the right we'll just add a few social media icons. Roll down here. There's the social medias. Let's add a couple more. Very easy, just go into them, the little cog here. Choose the network that you want there. And in the link below, put the link to your page. And let's make this one YouTube. And again, put the link to your YouTube channel in below. Great. So let's save that and we'll put these down just a little bit. Again, I'm just going to add a bit of padding to the top. Left clicking and dragging. Something like that. I'm doing this very quickly today. I want to align that in the center as well. Obviously you want to spend a bit more time on your footer. There we go. Okay, well let's add another row, and this is where the one that's going to be the sticky call to action. Again, I'm going to use 3 columns. I'm going to use a blurb simply so I can use the icon. I'm going to get rid of any content. I'm just going to use the title. And let's say email us. Move this so you can see. I'm going to go down to image and icon. I want to use an icon for mine. So let's find a little email type icon. There we go, right there. That'll do nicely. Obviously, link below, I'd want to link the whole module right here. Module link to my email page. Just put your link to your email page in there. As with most, if you're linking to your own site, leave it in the same window. If you're linking off-site for some reason, put it in a new tab so that yours stays open. Okay, well let's go to our design. I don't want any background in this, I just want a regular see-through background. Image and icon. I'm going to make mine orange to stand out. I'm going to circle that little icon. I'm going to make the circle color black. I'm going to show the circle border. I'm going to make that orange as well. And I want the icon to be on the left. There we go. I'm not going to change the size, I'm happy with the size, but we want our text so we can read it. So let's make our text, and it's the title text. Remember, we got rid of the body text. Let's make it a light color so we can see it. Great. And I'm going to just take the line height up until it's sort of centered with the icon there. There we go. Something like that. So there's our first little module. I'm simply going to clone it. 2 little squares there. Twice. And I'm going to drag one over to the right hand side. Doesn't matter which one you drag, they're all identical. And one in the middle. And let's work on this middle one. Now, whatever call to action you want, you may have a sale on or want to direct them to a specific service or page. I'm going to say special sale. And obviously, you'd want to put the link in below that takes them to wherever the sale page is. Now, for the icon, we want a sort of sales type icon. Let's see if we can find a sale ticket icon or something. There, that'll do nicely. And let's do our third one here, and we'll have a live call on this one. So let's go in there and let's call today. And again, we want to change the icon to some kind of telephone icon. There's a nice one right there. Great. Now for this one, we want to use a live call link, which on a phone will call directly or prompt you to call the number, and on a computer it'll pop up with us asking if you want to use Skype or something like that. To do that, we'll put our link in, and again we want to use it in the whole module, not just the title, and we'll use what they call a tel link. So it's tel : the country code 001, which is United States, and then the number with area code. Great. Now what I want to do is just move these so they're slightly more central. So I'm going to add a bit of padding to the left hand side. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go into the module, design, down to spacing. I want to put a bit of padding on the left. I'm going to use percentage so it works on all devices here. So I'm going to say 20%. Let's try that. It's not bad. Let's give it a little bit more. Give it 25%. That's great. Now instead of having to go into the other two modules, what we can now do is just right click on this, say extend blurb styles. I want to extend it all that's in this row here. Hit extend. Now they've all got that same spacing. That's great. Alright, well I want this to be on the top and we're going to make it sticky in a moment, so let's pop him up to the top here. Let's take a bit of space from the bottom there. I'm just left clicking and dragging, and we can take a little bit of space from below these, and we can remove a little bit of space from down there. Whatever works for you, obviously. And we've got a little much on the top here again. Now let's make our row sticky. So the green tab for the row, I'm going to go into it, little cog. I'm going to go down to advanced, scroll effects, sticky position, stick to bottom. Great. And while I'm in here, I'm going to give it some rounded corners and a different color when it's sticky on the bottom of the thing. So I'm going to go to content, background, regular background. I'll just leave it blank as it is. If we roll over the black writing that says background there, I'm going to hit the little pin, and we can set a different color for the sticky. And there's all kind of parameters you can do this to. So for sticky, I'm just going to make it blue. That's great. It's a little wide for me, really. While I can see it, I'm going to go into the design and round off the corners. So let's go to border. We're on the design tab. I'm going to give it, say, 50 pixels. That'll make it pretty round. But I also want to take a lot of that padding away. So while we're in here, I may as well do it with the spacing. That's above the border here. So let's have a look, padding top and bottom, let's see, 20, just put the 20 in, it'll put the pics in, that still might be too much, say 10, it's getting there. I think I just really want just a little bit, that's fine, and hit the chain, it'll do the opposite. And just need to take a little bit away on the bottom of those, but I also want to put a little border in when it's like this. So let's give it 2 pixels and make it orange so it stands out on our desktop here. Great. And I'm just going to give it a bit more spacing on the top and a little less on the bottom. So we'll go back into there. And you can roll up and down with the little arrows there. Let's take the chain off and we'll take a bit away from the bottom there. That's great, and it's just add a bit of margin to the bottom of the row to push everything else down. That'll work fine. Let's just check our sticky positioning over here in advanced and scroll effects. And we'll offset it from the bottom of our browser window by about 20 pics, something like that. Great. And let's just check. I only want that border to be there when it's not sticky. I don't want to see it when it's sticky. So let's go back into our design, to the border. Here's the border width. I'll leave it as it is, but the border color, when it's sticky, is fine. When it's not sticky, I'm going to make it transparent. So it's just a regular footer. Great, we should be good to go. Let's save our changes. We'll save our page changes. And let's exit the Visual Builder. Save the changes here. And if I get rid of that, because that's our old page, let's visit the site again. And there we have it. There's our little sticky call to action bar. When we roll down, it disappears into the footer. It's a nice little feature to have on your site, and that's going to grab people's attention and get them going to wherever it is you need them to go. Like I say, if we click on this one, it prompts us to make a call. If you're on a cell phone, it'll call it automatically for you. Special sale, those link to the various pages. So I hope you've enjoyed this today and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, ring the bell, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.